Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. Isis, All That Glitters. The goddess next door takes on a bikini-clad bank robber in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, All That Glitters in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. HBO has canceled the so-called documentary series Leaving Neverland after it was proven that James Safechuck was caught in a lie regarding the allegations of sexual abuse by the late Michael Jackson. Now, after the revelation of these details, your HBO has canceled the rest of the documentary series Leaving Neverland, which was supposed to run all the way until September as an effort to malign the image and reputation of the late Michael Jackson. And your Oprah Winfrey has also deleted all of the interviews of James Safechuck and the other individual off of their YouTube channel. So Oprah Winfrey and your HBO are now backpedaling off of this campaign to slander and malign the image and reputation of the late Michael Jackson, now that it has been proven with documented facts that your Michael Jackson never molested your James Safechuck. And the smoking gun that led to your James Safechuck being revealed to be a liar was documents from your state of California, which stated that the so-called train station on the Neverland Ranch was not where he alleges all of the sexual abuse took place, was never built at that time, and Michael Jackson didn't even have the permits to build that until about a year later. Now, after this smoking gun was revealed, that's when we saw the director about a week ago of the Leaving Neverland documentary starting to backpedal, and now we have your HBO canceling the rest of the documentary, which was supposed to run all the way until September, and your Oprah Winfrey was looking to ride on the coattails of that success because she was the one who decided to host this documentary and got on the boat with many of Michael Jackson's enemies to celebrate the victory of destroying yet another black man with this so-called documentary, which was nothing more than a propaganda hit piece designed to malign the reputation of the late Michael Jackson and designed to further tarnish the image of black men. Because that's what this documentary was all about. This documentary was a new form of propaganda and an attempt to try to sway public opinion by trying to make people believe that your Michael Jackson was a so-called pedophile and try to turn people against the legacy of Michael Jackson in spite of all of the evidence which proved that Michael Jackson had not been any sort of pedophile or sexual deviant, because we had two investigations, one by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, a government branch, federal government branch, which did an extensive investigation into Michael Jackson and found that there was no sexual abuse whatsoever. And we also had a trial in the state of California for sexual abuse where your Michael Jackson was acquitted. And after the trial a few years later, the father of the alleged victim said that this never happened before he committed suicide, and the child himself said that this never happened. So we have people on record, one, from the federal government, and two, the state government, which showed that Michael Jackson never participated in any sexual abuse. However, what Oprah Winfrey and the people who made this documentary wanted to do was manipulate people into believing a lie as truth, and they wanted to use this propaganda in a campaign to not only demonize the reputation of Michael Jackson, but also demonize the reputation of heterosexual black men. Because what they wanted to do with this documentary was start the ball rolling towards trying to demonize the image and reputation of black men by going after these prominent black men with these so-called documentaries, which again were nothing more than propaganda hit pieces designed to try to sway public opinion to demonize black men. Unfortunately, what has happened to your Oprah Winfrey now is that she now has been revealed to be a traitor to the black community, and she is now being in the process of being excommunicated from the black community as a result. And this has shown how this whole campaign has completely backfired on the white supremacists who orchestrated this campaign in an effort to try to further destroy the image and reputation of black men. Their number one enforcer of white supremacy, that mammy Oprah Winfrey, now has been revealed to be a liar. She has now been revealed to not be credible. And even though she has tried to delete the evidence off of her YouTube channel, there is no escaping for your Oprah Winfrey in this situation, because probably many people have downloaded this YouTube interview, and many people now are probably still sharing that interview on other YouTube channels. And this is what your Oprah Winfrey doesn't understand about media, and when it comes down to social media, is you may delete it off your channel, but it is being mirrored on other channels. Because even when I do videos, oftentimes I'll do a video, but that video will get shared, it will get mirrored, so by on other websites. So there is no escaping what your Oprah Winfrey said or your Oprah Winfrey did when she betrayed Michael Jackson and she betrayed the black community, because your Oprah Winfrey is a misandrist who has a clear hatred of black men. Because for her to go on that boat with Gayle King and celebrate the destruction of Michael Jackson's reputation with his enemies, that is some condemning evidence that she cannot escape from as related to this whole debacle. Because your HBO is probably going to get sued for slander now that it has been proven that that so-called documentary Leaving Neverland has unsubstantiated facts, and your Leaving Neverland has evidence in it that is proven to not be true. So the Jackson estate is definitely going to sue your HBO for broadcasting this documentary, and they probably might sue your Oprah Winfrey for hosting it and supporting it. And they are within their rights to do that, because this documentary was malicious. This documentary was done with malice of forethought, and it was designed to malign the reputation of a man who did absolutely nothing at all to anyone except try to entertain people and try to bring a little happiness to the lives of children who, because he was denied a childhood and he wanted to share that love with other people. That's what Michael Jackson wanted to do, and that's what people tried to turn into something evil. Because when I look at the way they mistreated Michael Jackson in this situation, it shows that that people really are sick. Because again, if this man was proven innocent in a court of law and proven to not have done anything wrong by the FBI, the leading government institution in federal investigations, a government institution which pretty much has a file on anyone out there and would have the facts to go after someone like a Michael Jackson, if they didn't find anything, then there definitely was nothing. But your Oprah Winfrey and the producers of this documentary and HBO and the white supremacists who run HBO, They wanted to try to change people's perceptions of black men, and they thought they would go start with the top black men after the victory against Bill Cosby. They thought they could go on this campaign to demonize the image of black men by starting a propaganda campaign to try to demonize black men, but the whole thing has completely backfired on all of these white supremacists and the white supremacist supporters like your Oprah Winfrey, and that's why they're backpedaling now, because they know they have lost, they know that they're in trouble, and they know that what's going to happen now is they can't keep trying to malign the image of black men without hurting themselves, because what has happened now, every time they try to demonize a black man's image, what happens is another white man winds up getting revealed to be the actual pervert and sexual deviant they are, just like what happened to your Joe Biden just recently. Efforts were made to try to go after black men, but what happened is it boomeranged and hit white men. And what's happening now with them backpedaling shows that this campaign to go after black men is a failure. Unfortunately, these racist and white supremacists just don't know when to stop. Every effort they have tried to go after black men, like your Bill Cosby, like many other black men, has completely backfired. And what has happened is they just don't know when to quit. Every time they go after a black man, it seems like 4 or 5 other white men wind up taking the fall. And what they don't understand is in today's world of new black media will come out here and fight back. And this is something white supremacy just wasn't ready for in the case of your Michael Jackson, in the case of your R. Kelly, and in the case of your Bill Cosby. They're so used to the picture of media being one-sided and controlled by these oligarchs that they don't understand that the face of media has completely changed. And in today's new black media, there aren't any step-and-fetch-it Negroes like Oprah Winfrey to sit there and support them anymore. No, you have thousands of voices out here ready to speak out and speak the truth, to let everybody know what the truth is regarding black men. And you have new black media out here fighting to protect the image of black men and the reputations of black men. And with the voices of new black media, we have them standing up to go out here and present facts you would not get if we were still in a media world that was controlled by Big Six media, because in this information age, it is new black media that was the one that destroyed all the credibility of your of the accusers in this Michael Jackson case. It was new black media that led the charge to present those facts to the public, and it was new black media that revealed all of the information that showed that this Leaving Neverland was no documentary, that this Leaving Neverland was a hit piece designed to malign the image of black men, and that this Leaving Neverland was nothing but a piece of propaganda designed to demonize the image and reputation of black men. So we have to really go out here and support new black media, because new black media is the only place where we're going to get the truth, where we're going to get the facts, and the only place that can prevent a counterpoint to fight these narratives that white supremacists in mainstream media want to push as related to the image and reputation of black men. It was new black media that shut this story down, and it's new black media that will continue to shut these type of stories down, because when it comes down to white supremacist media, they have to be shut down when they make efforts to tell lies, to destroy the reputations of black people, like the late Michael Jackson, and try to malign the image of people like the late Michael Jackson, because If we don't stand up and speak out, no one will speak up for us. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon or my PayPal by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to try some of my SJS Direct publications from New Black Media, like the ISIS series, the Esteem series, the John Haynes series, The Temptation of John Haynes and the Spinsterella trilogy, or my men's issues books like The Man Crisis, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.